Hi, and welcome to Sci-Fi Vision Part 2. If you're joining us again, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, Molly. I appreciate that. It's nice to meet you too, and thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, we just came from Tony Teflon's show. If you guys missed that, you can watch Part 1 over there. We decided that we would do a little bit longer, keep going if you guys want to hear it. Can't stay forever, but we'll be here for a bit. Other than that, our normal Widow's Bay show will be back next Thursday. That had gotten switched around, but the three of us will be back then. Yay. And then tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern is my official birthday celebration, even though now it's my birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you. We're going to be playing Jackbox. I can talk games. Actually, you can even put some from in there because you can make your own with I forget what they're called, quick something, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to do that. It'll be from inspired, and as well as maybe a little bit of from trivia. But it'll be fun. That's tomorrow at 11. Widow's Bay, it's over, but we did not have our finale show because last week got moved because I went to a wedding, and then this week we did Tony's show instead. So everything got mixed up. But yeah, we otherwise, yes, the show itself is over, but we didn't have a finale show.
But it's not forgotten.
No, not at all.
Forgotten yet.
I just watched the finale today. I thought it was great. So
yes, me too.
I love it. It's great. It's great. But I think they're both good shows. But I don't know that I'd say it's better than From. I didn't know that many people thought that. But I guess I don't know. From's my jam. I like Widow's Bay too, though.
Yes.
But yeah. So hi guys. Or hi again, Scarlet. Since I guess I talked to you a couple minutes ago too. Because you were
howdy, stranger.
So hi. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, what you doing?
After dark.
Want to get in a car and go for a ride and get stopped by a tree and see some murder of crows?
I'll never make it to my birthday party.
She was never seen again.
I would never be seen again. So I'm trying to think, I don't know. Do you guys have any specific topics you want to talk about coming up before the finale of From? Or anything in the chat that people want to hear about? I'm trying to think of anything specific to say. Kind of without having planned anything, it's like, now what do we talk about, right?
All right, so I didn't hear if you guys mentioned on this one because I jumped in a little bit late. I didn't realize you guys were on there. What'd you guys talk about with the whole red lightning shooting up into the sky and the sky turning red? And when we see that,
whoa!
I was gonna say Scarlet doesn't watch trailers. She doesn't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Scarlet. I didn't know if you admitted. I thought that he talked about it on the show. I mean, I forgot that you joined late as well. Sorry, Scarlet.
No, I joined late as well. Yeah,
did you guys? Okay, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Basically, it's kind of what I think is going to happen anyway. It's going to be a flood, right? Like a storm and a flood.
Okay. Well, let's say this: the episode 9 was called The Columbus 4. So
yeah, exactly.
I kind of assume there's going to be some kind of storm. I think that's fair to say without going into.
I just coasted through 2 episodes without any spoilers whatsoever. I'm probably going to get some for the finale, probably.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just surprised. It took me out kilter.
I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that. I just I can't think about that part. I'm so sorry.
Well, there's some biblical shit going down in the finale then.
Yes. And I was so sorry. And then I came off of, with Lori, we did it last night and we discussed it. And so I'm so sorry, Scarlet. I
didn't even come on yours. You're still on at 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, they're probably talking about the trailer. So I should.
And we did. We actually ended early. We only did a 3 and change hour stream, not our 4.5, 5 hour stream. So we did good. We had it was just a long week, but yeah. Oh, so I have a question. I don't know if this came up, and this is spoiler free. Okay. The door that we saw Jade find and seen his mushroom vision, and then Boyd bust through the wall and find. Do you think, by any chance, that one, if not both of them, will be able to get out through the tunnels and somehow use that door and be able to get into Colony House?
Oh.
I mean, I don't understand the point of showing the door if they're never going to go through it.
Exactly.
I mean, I get that it proved, I get that it was there to prove what Jade saw was real, but I feel like they got to go through the door at some point, or it was kind of senseless. But
So here's the other thing. So what if they go through the door, but because they're in the tunnels, they don't realize that the talisman are not working. So when they get through the door, if they are able to get through the door, and they shut it, and there's monsters chasing them, and they're like, "Oh my god, great, we're safe because there's a talisman, we're safe." And the talisman don't have any power anymore, and the monster's able to bust through and get into Colony House
why do you think the talisman isn't? I missed why you think the talisman isn't working.
because we see. Oh, I can't say.
No,
Let's go in the other room, Jen, for like about 30 seconds.
You've been banished. I'm not even sure what's in the trailer, so I can't comment about it anyway. But yeah.
We've been theorizing for a while that the talisman might not work or have power, or maybe they might not work at all, and it's just part of the game.
Yeah.
And since Sophia is able to, it didn't work for the Ragdolls, it didn't work for Sophia. Will Sophia go around or send like Elgin or Claire around to like take all the talisman down, kind of a thing? So if the monsters were able to get in, or if they don't have any powers, kind of a thing anymore. If the tree came down, and that was a theory, really. If the tree came down, would that take away the power of the talisman?
I would.
And that's not really like spoilery based, but that
No, I
was
was
like
gonna
the
say,
theory. So I
I would
forgot,
assume-
like, I almost forget what show I'm on right now because we went into theory on that in Nerdy AF and in Lori's channel. And I forgot I didn't get to mention that on Tony's because everything got cut short and I jumped in late and I wasn't sure. So without spoiling it, it stemmed from that before we even saw the trailer. And then we saw the trailer yesterday for the first time and went into it. So
Yeah. I mean, I would assume if they still work that there's a talisman on the other side of the door.
mhm.
But whether because I don't even know if anybody but Jade and who knows, Jade and Randall and Donna and Boyd, they may be the only one that even knows there's a talisman there to begin with.
Right.
So I would assume the talisman would work and would be there if they go through that door. But the question is, can they go through the door? Will they get to the door? And somebody just wrote something about the door and I lost it in the chat because the door was locked. Somebody wrote something about could they get through the locked door? Oh, there it is. Dieter said, could they get through the locked door, come through? I kind of wonder if it's locked on the other side, was
Right.
what I had anticipated would probably be the case. So if they get to that point, I would think they could get through, but that's all. I don't know. It depends when they, if and when they get there, let's put it that way.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't understand the point otherwise.
Scarlet, are you back, Scarlet?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Well, what I said had nothing to do with spoiler stuff. I wound it back to the original theory, so it wouldn't interfere with anything with the trailer.
That's okay. I think I can deal with it. I can deal with it effectively.
Okay, so if the theory was,
like you spoiled somebody was killed, Jen, before they saw the episode.
I didn't say. I don't even know. No.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
With, Devil and Silver that day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god, I can't. I gotta stop.
No, it's funny. I don't care about spoilers that much, but that's because usually I can't be spoiled.
Well, it was kind of.
I'm used to you always getting like knowing more, so I thought you would need it.
At that point. Yeah,
it was kind of refreshing going 2 episodes without seeing it because it brought back my like of the show. Because it was getting kind of underwhelming because I would see like MGM spoils so much that it would make it less. So I mean, I'm okay with a couple act of God things. The sky raised blood.
We'll try not to do any more because I know other people don't.
Yeah, no, anymore.
But okay, now I lost completely what my train of thought was. Oh, I know what I was listening. One thing we were talking about is I feel like one of them's got to fall though, right? And like get hurt. I think like maybe somebody
really into this
or sprain their ankle or something because she cut the rope. So somebody's got to get hurt. But yeah, that's my opinion.
So if we're gonna cut that rope.
You guys, I know you guys weren't there when we talked about this at the beginning. What do you guys think about like Elgin and what's gonna happen?
Like he's so dead.
Well, yeah, I think he's dead no matter what. But like,
I think what the scene's going to be is that him and Clara walk out of the diner, and that's what happens. Walk out of the diner, and then they're like, "Oh, where's Sophie? I don't know where she is. Is she over at Sarah's?"
Oh,
so you think that she's going to turn into Elgin? That's what I was
Yeah.
getting at.
Mhm.
Oh, totally. Gonna pop that tooth in or whatever.
Nice. See,
Because he
I
doesn't have
think
any space for a tooth, and that's how he converts. He just pops that tooth in and goes.
that's true. If he just pulls Elgin's tooth out and can
I was
pop
going to
back
say, I'll
in,
put
that
more
that
tooth
could
out,
be.
though.
So I
You gotta
think
find a place to
that
hide the body, though.
yeah,
Oh, it's
somewhere.
the diner. New special of the day.
Oh, come on. No, this is not Sweeney Todd.
That's not Yellow Jackets either, but I'm hoping.
Not Yellow
Well,
Jackets either, no.
isn't
That
that
is the
like
best
another?
food you've ever made, Matt. Somebody brought in some meat. It was
Isn't
good.
that like another Edgar Allan Poe like poem, like something like that
I
about
don't
like
know if he's ever talked about cannibalism. I mean, he had that one where the person was buried in the wall.
what was the one with the wife that like maybe it's a short story I read and had to compare the two back in the day. It's definitely a short story. I'll research it and let you know privately in the Discord, but it's morbid. And I don't know why I'm associating with Edgar Allan Poe, but I think that Claire is outused. Like she's been used up already. She's served her purpose. I think it's possible that Sophia kills her and makes a deal with Elgin. The question is, will Elgin accept and make a deal?
Yeah. But it sounds like you only think 2 people are coming out of there then, regardless. It sounds like both of
Oh,
you.
yeah. That's the same thing. Then Elgin and Clara come out of the diner.
Yeah.
Do you think
If that
Elgin would be like, I don't know,
happens,
I'll think about if Elgin got a deal, do you think he'd be like, I don't know, I'll think about it and all of them get to walk
No,
out?
I think she's still totally going to kill him because he's stupid. And he won't.
He is stupid.
She's going to stick with the winner, and the winner is Clara out of those 2.
That is true. She's
if
definitely useful.
only 2 of them come out though, like if she doesn't come out, let's assume that she doesn't come out. What do you think they're gonna they will do? Because I feel like that could go a couple different ways. They could say something like, "Oh, the man in yellow came and killed Sophia," or the man in yellow is Sophia. I don't know, because if it isn't her, then it doesn't really matter, right? Like if she goes into one of them. But I would, yeah, I'm trying to think though. If she does, yeah, because she'd be gone, right? Like if she turns into one of them, they'd
Right.
have
You
to
have
get
to
rid of
explain her
I
disappearance.
assume they'd have a body though still. I don't know. We'll have to think about. Not of her. I mean, of who, like if she goes into Elgin, isn't there still like a body?
Yeah, they'd still have to get rid of a body. They'd have to get rid of a body and
So
explain
I'm
it.
saying they're in the diner.
Oh my gosh. This
The
is
best
not
pies
Widow's
in
Bay,
town.
and they're not in like a shelter.
The best
They're
pies
not
in
going to eat people. No eating people. Well, except for the man in yellow. He's the only one that can eat people.
Could store his body somewhere in the storage area for at least a little while.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I was seeing what people were saying here. I'm missing the let's
The
see.
chat.
Yeah. He said, I wonder if anybody ever thought of trying to keep the monsters in by putting talismans over any exit from the tunnels. I don't think that works, just because there was the talisman in the barn and like they were already in there and they still got out. So I don't think yeah, because they had to get in when there was no talisman, right? And then it was there. Well, I don't know.
I think it needs to be like a complete enclosed space. So
Mhm.
if they hung it over an opening, it wouldn't count. I think it needs to be like an enclosed space. It needs to have a barrier, like 4 walls,
Right.
just like magic kind of a thing.
Right. But I'm just thinking like they got into the barn and then Boyd came in and like hung up the talisman. So like somebody had to either move it or go out with it hanging up, right? I think it was Boyd that hung it up when he came in when they were already in there. So I don't think it keeps them in. I think it just keeps them out. But yeah, it seems like it's just an enclosed space. I still never understood how that like hut with the vines counts as an enclosed space, but apparently does, unless it's because there's like a lot of talisman. I don't know.
Yeah, mega talismans.
Maybe
Yeah,
the vines, because the way the vines like kind of enclose it, it's still counted. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. It's I guess, but not a whole lot. But then you have like the tent, which was enclosed, but they can push over. So that doesn't work.
See, this would be perfect. This would be perfect if Julie's story walks back then and she makes the talismans with that old colonial lady and she hides them, but she's there and she does something to push the magical colonial lady does something to push the monsters away from Boyd so he can get them.
That would be cool if that happened.
Really
I'd
hope
love
she
to see
shows
that.
up. I want her to show up more than anything, right?
But it does make me wonder though, if they can like push, we don't know if it's monsters or what it was, something pushed the tent. Like if all
Exactly.
they're doing, and this is what kind of irritated me, like if all they're doing is duct taping the plastic, couldn't, if they didn't duct tape it all the way around, somebody said that, I know in the chat.
I did. I said it. I'm
Okay,
like, they didn't even duct tape it all the way around. That made no sense. They didn't seal it. So you'd
Right, so
have to
couldn't you just
completely
like
seal
make
it to
like
make a wall.
flow or make wind or something like to make a hole in it so they could then move
Exactly.
it, I would think. So that
Well, they could
that
just push
seems a
it. All the
right.
dirt and stuff that's on the duct tape, they could just push it down easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. That part's a little is a little lazy writing to me with the duct tape because that's irritating. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's kind of irritating.
What about that like POV, like when they're the monster that we see walking towards the caves and we see the nurse, the cheerleader, and the cowboy monster sleeping and they wake up. And clearly when, it looks like there's a whole point of view, like almost, I mean, it was look great, like camera angles, but almost looked like we were looking through somebody else's eyes.
Mm-hmm. Which I think might have been Smiley or Fatima through Smiley.
Exactly, Scarlet. That's exactly what I think. I think it was Smiley, but it was Fatima looking through Smiley.
Yeah, I had not thought of that until Scarlet mentioned it last. I guess it was last episode. I thought it was just the way they filmed it. Honestly, I didn't like see it as a point of view. So that's really interesting, and I think could be a cool thing if they do that. I just didn't see that, and I guess the reason mostly why I didn't see it is like they didn't show Fatima after. I feel like I assumed that if it was her, I'm taking pills as I'm talking. That they would have showed her.
It definitely was a choice. It was an artistic choice to do it. I'm hoping there's a reason for it.
So if it is Fatima and she's able to control Smiley, if it's Fatima through Smiley, I mean, and she's able to control Smiley, do you think when they push through the plastic that she's able to push down the cowboy monster and the other monsters are holding back? I almost said Joy. So that Jade and Tabitha can run through them, like run past them, I should say. Even though they don't maybe know where they're going, but they'll start running through the tunnels.
See, I think she can only control Smiley. Like, I don't think she can.
No. If Smiley's able to like throw and like push them away or like attack them from behind.
Yeah, use Smiley as a
weapon.
Can she control him? Make him. Oh, I like that.
Like
can she fight the other monsters as Smiley?
Yeah, if he has power, if he's the head monster, which I don't know if he is or not, but if he has power over them to compel them,
right.
That's
so I'm thinking that what if she's able to like when she sees him go through, what if she's able to like grab like the cowboy monster, like throw him down, like slash at like the cheerleader monster or something like that, and like push the nurse and like slam her head into the wall, and like Jade and Tabitha are like run, and they go like running, you know what I mean, or something of that nature. I think that would be like. I'd be off the edge of my seat screaming at the TV if that happened. It would be
it makes me think like that to me, if they do that, would be like Smile, like using the like instead of the golem, like she's controlling him like a puppet. That would be cool. I don't know.
Yes.
I just don't. No matter what happens, I don't think Jade and Tabitha are going to die. So something's gotta happen, right? They got to somehow get them out.
It's got to get injured.
Even if Tabitha got injured, imagine like Smiley scoops her up and carries her because it's Fatima. Tabitha like,
mother. As long as they don't like end the season with them still down there, I'm good, right?
I agreed.
So let's see.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Dieter posted that. I did hear about Debbie's husband. I was so sorry to hear that. So
that's devastating.
Thoughts are going out to her family. That happened. That's
Isn't there a GoFundMe or something where people can send money?
It's in the Discord.
Yeah, Dieter posted. I'm assuming that's what that is. The memorial link in YouTube chat. So I'm assuming that is what he posted. So yeah, I heard about that earlier. So really sorry to hear that, Debbie. We hope you're doing okay. Let's see. I'm not sure what this was in regards to. It was on the ground when Jade came in the next morning. What was on the ground? Did I miss something?
What was on the ground?
I'm not sure what you mean, Dragon King, unless I'm getting confused. I'm trying to.
Where's Dragon King?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we went and started talking about something else, and maybe I'm forgetting what it was that we were talking about. Let's see. Love the monster girl closed the window after ending Colony House, although she did open the window for the other monsters.
Mm.
Think just an oversight. I feel like it might be like a vampire thing. Like I've often wondered that, like if they invite them in, like once they're invited in, they're in. You know what I mean? Like she
Yeah.
opened the window and then probably it's been opened by them, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, she probably shouldn't have shut it though, because that is a good point. But I think that's probably just they didn't even think about it because I didn't notice it. That's for sure. I never even noticed she shut it. But makes sense. May said just a ritual that's less about perfect seals and more about if it's just done right. A monster already inside breaks the ritual working. Okay. All right. That's fair. B says, I have wondered if the talisman themselves have no power. It's about the rules, and since they aren't supposed to enter when it's on there, they just don't. I have heard that theory a lot. I don't know. Like if that happens though, then like it's over, right? Like, are we gonna if that's the case or that happens and they find that out, like, are we gonna go back to them hiding in holes or something?
I
Like,
think we would. But so if the talisman were created kind of like the faraway bottle tree, where it was created through hope, then if you're ripping down the hope and killing that tree, if that's what they're going to do, that might render those talisman powerless. Or just the fact that it's part of the ritual. And now that you've taken the faraway tree out of the equation, or now that you've removed the bones out of the equation, because that was the hope, that's where everything
yeah,
got poured out from. Maybe that now, because you've gained that piece, you lose something else, right? Because
wow,
it's got to be balanced.
that's
I
interesting.
don't know if that's true, but I'm just thinking that could
No,
be
yeah, I don't
a
know. That's
possibility.
interesting. I just it would be like a game changer either way. I mean, because that's like such a big part of the show, you know.
Right.
So I think whatever's gonna happen, probably things will change. You know what I mean? Because they're going into the final season. I hope things change.
Do you think
Um,
we'll see an eclipse?
I
Mm.
think something crazy is gonna happen when they pull the tree out. I think I don't think they're meant to pull the tree out. I don't think the
Yeah,
Right.
it's
boy
gonna get red, rain of blood, thunder,
like
lightning.
yeah, I
No.
think the boy in white says don't touch the tree. They shouldn't touch the
I
tree.
mean, the water could flood the caves.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If it starts raining, the
Oh
first
yeah.
thing that would flood would be what's on the ground level, and that would obviously start filling in. So the caves would get flooded first. So if they needed the caves to get to the Lake of Tears and that gets flooded out, they'll never find the freaking Lake of Tears.
Oh, yeah, or they could, drown in there too. Would be
That's
the
it.
other would be
Boyd
the
might
other.
find his boat though.
Yeah. May says it's more important than the boat that the bones make it out. I do think that's the
Yeah.
important thing.
Sophia wasn't really concerned about the tree. She was more worried about the bones for sure. That's
Yeah, as long
definitely
as
the
they're
key.
doing whatever the ritual is right. Do you think she's scared? I feel like she's cautious. I don't know that she's scared yet. I know she got upset when Clara's like it changed. He's like, why didn't you tell me? But I still feel like she's so overconfident.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's scared yet. I think maybe she should be because obviously we know our people, at least we hope our people are eventually going to win. But yeah,
Well, yeah, quote unquote winning 9 times so far in a row, that would probably definitely boost this entity's confidence.
yeah. But they've
And he
gone further this time than they had before, you know?
but he also gets a win when he realized she still doesn't remember. Like her and Kui moment wasn't that deep.
Yeah. We talked about that too. I don't love the way that she remembered that. I think that they should have, at the very least, had the Nkui kids like circle around her. Because to me, them all pointing to her is not an explanation of that's what the talisman means. Like I get that she's supposed to have like connected it, but I
Mhm.
don't understand how in the hell she connected it. Like if they were around her, then it's like a circle like the talisman and it makes more
Mm-hmm.
sense. That to me, I could have bought a little better, but yeah.
And
If they were
then
standing around the house.
yeah, and then there's a bunch of people that also think that they could have been pointing at Ethan,
Mm-hmm.
which is
But
like a whole nother direction of which way the show could be.
I
Oh
have to
yeah.
ask though. If they were pointing at Ethan, what did it mean? Because how did she like? It was what she connected wrong. Then you're saying.
Right. I don't know because I think it's the first version. I'm just saying in the Discords, a lot of people have been like, do you think he's pointing at Ethan? And they meant for Ethan to do something. Like and maybe it might be because Ethan's the one that needs to find the Lake of Tears. Right. So they kind of
Yeah.
both have a quest to do. One's got the bones, one's got the Lake of Tears, and eventually the bones needs to get to the Lake of Tears. At least that's what I believe that needs to happen. So a lot of people have been thinking maybe it needs to be Ethan because he'll be able to get the bones and get straight to Lake of Tears since they're running out of time. And even though certain things need to happen in a certain way, not everything can be skipped or fast forwarded by, but certain things can, depending on like, where you are with things, you can get certain places still. Like there's might be different pathways, even though the ritual is set a certain way, like a
Yeah.
loophole or a
I
switchback, like Tabitha said.
My only concern is I still don't know, and I know this is like not everybody agrees with me, but part of me still wonders now because of what the man in yellow said to Tabitha about the tooth, if it's possible that Jim was the man in yellow. And I know I didn't think that before, but after he said the thing with the tooth, it made me wonder because if it is, then the Lake of Tears isn't a good thing that he's trying to get him to. But yeah, I know a lot of people don't agree with that.
I always thought Jim was either the boy in white or the man in yellow.
Yeah, I know at the beginning you did, but do you now? Do you still think that, or?
Oh yeah, I think he definitely. I think it's the man in yellow because he was like, "I took Jim's tooth." It seems real obvious,
Okay.
And plus, in the diner, Sophie was like, "I can only be people who have died."
That's what I thought. I really thought that. Although, like I said, it makes me wonder why, if that's the case, why does the man in yellow want to see, to see the Lake of Tears? Like, what is it that is driving him there? And does that mean they shouldn't go there? Right.
Right.
I don't know.
And see,
Yeah,
I think it's the opposite. I think that really was Jim that we saw. Like that was able to, I think for some reason, because he had the bracelet when we see him, because he had that bracelet on, I think that somehow Julie's able to find him a bookmarker and show him how to story walk to that moment before he dies. And I think it's earlier on in season 2 because of the cut that he has on his forehead. So I think that's what happened. So I think that was really Jim in that moment. Yeah, that man in yellow did take his tooth and possibly could shapeshift into Jim. I don't think he's done that yet, though. And I don't think Jim is going to be able to continue to story walk because now he's actually dead. So I do think that the poltergeist thing that's going on could possibly be Jim since he knew a lot about like energy and electricity and frequencies and stuff. So I figured he'd probably be able to figure that out since they're trapped there.
Yeah. My only question is, if he killed him, couldn't he have taken his bracelet? Like, it just took everything from him.
Well, he did not have the bracelet on when he died. I don't think. I think he had it on earlier on in the season. I don't think he had it on when he died. Please let me know in the chat if
I was going to say that. I don't know.
No
If that's the case, then yeah, I did. See, a lot of people have said, and I know before when I had first seen it, I had talked about it. Like, it doesn't seem like the same Jim. There's the whole thing with the cut on his head, which, according to what I gathered from Facebook research, I didn't actually look them up, but like, I guess his cut had healed. So it's possible that is a Jim from a different time.
right.
Which could make sense as well. He did act so weird. It makes me not sure what the heck it was,
Well, if Julie tells him about it, she's going to be like, when you get there, just make sure you look around and don't see the man in yellow. She'd probably explain it to him. And that's probably why he's looking around, because he's nervous. And she probably, I don't know if he knows that's who kills him, but she probably said, I've seen him kill people before. So you need to make sure, because I've run away from him. He's almost trying to kill me. He did this scar on my face. So you have to go back there and tell Ethan this, because this was going to get us out. Remember the story, Dad?
If she knows what he told Ethan, yeah, she could have said it could be
I mean, it could be something we don't see until the like middle of season 5. Yeah.
Well, she does know he killed him at this point, though. Like,
right.
So she did know in that scene whether she would tell him he was going to kill him.
Right.
I don't know, but yeah. I just wanted to bring up what Dragon King had been talking about. The talisman was on the ground when Jane came into the barn the next morning. Like the monsters had knocked it down when they were leaving.
They always knock them down when they leave.
I just know when they went in, there was no talisman, because I'm pretty, at least from what I'm remembering, I think Boyd carried it in with him, didn't he?
But the talisman are always knocked down. We see it in the very beginning of season 1. Every time the monsters have been able to be let in, the talisman have always, every time they've come back the next day, like when it's daylight, the talisman are always on the floor.
Okay,
But
probably
they're
so.
able to knock them down after they've gotten in. We
Yeah.
don't know
So
how
if
because
it
we've never
wasn't,
seen it. We
so if
just know they're on the
Boyd,
floor.
so if Boyd brought it in the barn with him and hung it up, they could have knocked it down. Okay, that's kind of what I was trying to figure out what was going on there. Let's see. They told Wisdom Tooth, "Where's the Tooth Fairy, Doug?" To me. If your wisdom teeth were anything like when I got mine removed, I am sorry, Peter, and I feel very bad for you. That was like the worst pain and surgery I ever had. I don't like stuff with my mouth, and I was in so much pain. I felt like for so long when I got wisdom. Mine were impact 3 out of the 4 were impacted though. So
That is
thank you for
painful.
subscribing, Patrick. Let's see. Dieter also said, I don't believe it's Jim anymore. I thought about it and I still hope it's Jim talking from the Lake of Tears, but maybe it's set up by Man in Yellow. The bird died and brought the dolls to life for a life. See, I don't think that the bird brought it. And I know I've heard that. I don't remember who else said it, but I heard somebody else say that before. I don't think the bird had anything to do with the dolls. Do you guys?
No.
Oh, I think Ethan just straight up killed that bird, like a serial killer does. Like, kills animals first.
Wow.
Like who becomes a man dressed in yellow.
Of course, Jen.
Wow.
No, I don't know. I just didn't think that the two were connected personally. I mean, I could be wrong, but I didn't think that they were connected.
No, yeah. I thought it was just symbolic, right? And that it was the wrong place. That's not the Lake of Tears, obviously. And it's symbolic, right? Because the starling is supposed to be like the symbol of like hope and community and togetherness. And that's exactly what the manual is trying to do, is break it apart. And it was obviously already contaminated with the dolls.
Yeah, I think it's just, I agree. I think it was just to show us that it wasn't the Lake of Tears.
Right.
Because the bird didn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
You mean Jim?
I'll have a broken wing.
Right, because Jim is dead. Well, we don't know if it was Jim's ghost. That's what I'm assuming this was probably said in the chat before we finished what we were saying. But
yeah,
I feel when Jim was backwards, it looked like a real Doug Hughes move when he was sitting backwards and then turned around and he was like, "Hey, Ethan." I can imagine Doug doing that. That's what I'm saying.
But if it was Doug, like we saw with Tabitha, right? Was he looking over his shoulder? Did he give it, like, he didn't give a shit?
Yeah, that's true. Jim's hair was clean and shorter too.
Like it wasn't season 2. Like it wasn't season 2.
Yeah.
I went back and compared it. It looks like season 2, episode 2 and 3, I think, are like the best to like see the best comparison.
Yeah. If it's a different time,
it might be season 5 and it might be season 2, episode 5 and 6. That's what it is. Sorry.
Okay. But yeah, I do think it could be Jim from another time if it's not the Man in Yellow. I think that makes sense. Molly thinks it's truly Jim, not just a Man in Yellow game. He may be from a different part of the timeline. Okay, so she agrees with that. Let's see. They're talking about wisdom teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. B says, I don't think the bird had anything to do with the dolls. I don't think the bird did anything except die and take Ethan's hope with it. Yeah.
Good point, Beehive.
Agree with that. Molly says, though, I think Father Cautry is an actual ghost himself too.
Yes. How do you feel about Father Cautry?
At this point? Yeah, I think he is. I didn't before, but like after watching his conversation with Boyd this season, I'm leaning towards that. You think so too?
Yeah, I agree. I think he's definitely a ghost. And even though some people are like, but he has been helpful, he hasn't been helpful, I think he has been helpful. But again, this place is built on ritual. So even though he might have given him clues without giving him the exact steps, like he still told him things that needed to push him forward so he can make a decision on what needs to come next. Mm-hmm. Or at least encourage him towards a decision of what should come next.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Scarlet?
I'm not completely sure.
I'm not completely sure.
I'm trying to. It's lost me. You can tell me again?
How do you feel about Father Kashre? Do you think it's a ghost? Do you
Oh,
think he's
those the
helpful?
ghosts. Sorry, I just had a complete brain fog.
It's
So,
okay.
That's okay. That's
So
okay.
there are theories that the ghosts are made up by the entities. Like they think that the man in yellow has something to do with the ghosts, much like the radio and other things that happened. And that might be an outlet. That might be the truth.
I feel like there's so many
I mean,
questions.
I don't want everything to be totally crazy in season 5, where you don't have everybody's a mole and you can't trust anybody, and then the ghosts are all just like the boy in yellow or the man in. I mean, the boy
in yellow. See, now you're doing it, Scarlet. The boy in yellow. I've infected her with the way I talk.
That's why you have to have like the duality of the show, right? So
Yeah.
like there has to be both sides.
Yeah,
So
so they
every
they might be both doing it. Like the boy in white might be doing the ghost thing.
right.
Yeah.
I do think so. I'm not saying that the boy in white and the man in yellow might be equal in powers, but they might be like in the same realm where they're able to control this dimension, or at least be able to manipulate it, and it's become a game to see who can do what with what.
Like
And as they've played this game, they've written rules and made it into a story, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, like some type of an epic story that plays out as a game. Like they do so many other like TV shows that turn into games we watch, like like The Last of Us.
I I lost my train of thought. What I was gonna ask you.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, it's late. I was like, what was I gonna ask? And I totally forgot it. So let's think of something else. Okay, I asked you about Elgin. Let's see. Do you think, I know, and we've kind of talked about this before, but do you think Marielle, like, what do you think about what Marielle's been saying? Because we're talking about the ghost. I'm starting to think that she might be right, which all season I've been saying I didn't really believe it, but I'm wondering now. And it makes sense with the gym stuff and with whatever's in their kid Matthew's kitchen. If it is Jim, I don't know. But
are they going to address that at all, or is that just like we just saw the poltergeist, but who cares? Moving on.
I mean, I hope so. That's all I could say. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
They might not until season 5, but they definitely have to give us more clues about it. We have to see it again. They can't just bring it up that one time and never show us again. This show is too deliberate, and we're running on precious time.
Yeah, they do keep opening like new mysteries, though. We talked about that too. Like there's a lot of things they haven't answered, and we do end up with more questions. I don't think all of them are going to be answered by the end, but I hope that the big questions at least will be, and hopefully some of the little questions. Do you think, I'm sorry, I'm rubbing my leg, it's hurting. Do you think the man in yellow had something to do with Thomas dying? What do you guys think? I'll let you talk first. What are your thoughts?
Should I go first? You?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm holding hope in my heart of hearts that Story Walking Julie makes that phone call.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm really wanting that, but what sets me apart from it is that means she has to make it out in order to make that phone call. And we've only seen her story walk within from.
Well, I originally thought she walked out and came back in with a different haircut instead of cutting her hair.
But that was before you saw what happened.
Yeah,
right. So we haven't seen that happen yet. So because we only know that what they can do is in this realm, right? They're all trapped there, like we were just talking about what Marielle said. I don't even know if like Tabitha really, like, she obviously got out, but it was still controlled, right? Because we still saw the boy in white. So the entities might be able to get out. I know a lot of people are like, well, maybe the man in yellow is trapped. Well, again, he might be, and that could be a possibility, but he had to have gotten trapped there, and we don't know that yet because the boy in white is able to get out. And again, because duality, they have to be able to go between realms, which we haven't seen yet.
But if Julie's a true story walker, she should be able to walk anywhere in the story, which would mean outside of from as well.
which is what we haven't seen yet, and that's what I would like to see. So if that happens, then yes, I definitely think that she is the phone call which causes Thomas's death. But if
That
not,
would be the heaviest impact. That would be,
right. I also want to know how the bracelet transfers, like from when she was born in the hospital, like how it always comes around. So I'm wondering if the story worker that moves the bracelet around is Eloise, because she has a tie to it, or if it's Julie. So maybe that's why we see things moving around. So I'm curious to see about the bracelet too, and like what these little bookmarks wind up becoming.
When you say the bracelet, you mean the one that Jim ends up with. Is that what you mean?
The one that Jim has that we see, yes, but Tabitha has. I think technically there are what, 3 of them.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So
There's one for Henry, one for Miranda, and then one that Tabitha made for Jim.
right.
Yeah. I assume that they just she just made new ones. I don't know. I guess I didn't put much into the bracelets. What, Scarlet?
Well, she's an artiste. See, I've always thought about it from an artist standpoint that if you're going to make a bracelet, you could always make one that seems to have a flaw in it, but it isn't really a flaw because it's a design choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a bootstrap, bootstrap haircuts, kind of thing.
All those things. Susie says, I think part of the reason people don't seem like they're talking about all the crazy stuff is like 20 crazy things happen every 24 hours. There is a lot of shit going on right now, right? A lot going on at once. That's for sure. Let's see. Molly says, I still think the Lake of Tears could be the damn pool. That would be, I haven't heard that one. That's interesting. That would be crazy.
So I know he's not in the chat now, but Cool Nerd Swagger, we see him all the time, Corey. He said, what if the flood starts from water suddenly coming up in the pool and it just doesn't stop?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. I mean, I think like we got to see a flood though at some point, just going by the drawings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be weird if it came from the pool though. I don't think I've heard that before. I don't think I have. So
I know you don't like to talk about it, but what about the spiders? Or the spider? Trigger warning.
No, I was wrong. I just don't want to see spiders, but I don't know. I think the spider in the forest, I think was, and I could be wrong, but I think there's a good chance that the spider is simply somebody's nightmare, because they said in the forest. They said the nightmares live in the forest. I think it's somebody's nightmare that brought like a humongous spider. And I don't think we're ever going to hear about it again. I don't think they're ever going to answer that. That's one of the things I feel like is less of a question. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's not one of the ones that are my biggest questions. So I'd be okay if they didn't. But I don't think we'll get an answer to that. I don't know. You think we will? Or are you talking more about the man in yellow might be a spider?
I don't know if the man in yellow is a spider. I know people are talking about it now, especially because Sophia's eyes, the way they look like they could be like the black, eye of a spider. So I could see it. I mean, I think it's possible. But the fact that Ethan references it in the story and we've seen it in the pictures, I think there has to be a spider. I don't think it's just going to be brushed off. They've made way too many references to it.
There's a bunch of webs all over the place.
Right.
The series.
So I can see a spider web being used instead of a dream catcher, more of like a soul catcher.
Oh, interesting.
And them having to break through a spider web to get out, like that being like the portal.
Yeah, I hadn't thought I mean, I don't like it because I don't like spiders, but I like the idea of being stuck in the web.
Most people have that arachnophobia, or at least that initial reaction before they like muster up the courage to like stomp it out because they realize they're like 500 times the size of it. But imagine if you saw a huge spider. You wouldn't, that's like even people that really aren't afraid of insects and spiders would be fucking shit afraid of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of a universal way to get people. And it's very natural. It's organic. It's something that's timeless.
Yeah.
So even if that is a nightmare, that's a really tough one to like face your fears, like Tabitha did with the totem poles and the scarecrow ragdoll thing.
Yeah. I've heard a couple people now mention Pennywise with that. I definitely don't want to see that show if it's got spiders.
Oh yeah, one of his forms is that.
Oh yeah, I don't need to see that. I will say though, I don't know that the black eyes mean spider because to me that's just like a trope they have in a lot of things, and
Right.
that doesn't mean much of anything. Um, I know what the one thing I was going to say before when I had forgot what it was. It isn't specific to the show. I was just going to say for those of you, if you are new here, please make sure that you do join our Discord. I have the link there in the chat. It'll give you our schedule of all the stuff coming up and the interviews as they come up. And I know earlier we were talking about interviews on Tony's channel. We also have a bunch of interviews from the different Fromcast. There's a playlist. I don't know if I added the newest ones to the playlist, but there's a playlist with interviews we've done live and the ones that are under the videos as well with the different Fromcast. I think we've talked to just about everybody now except for Marielle, and we've never had Harold Perrineau on the show. I've interviewed him, but not on our show, unfortunately. But yeah, you can find all that on the video and live tab. And I just recently put up the interview with the producers, the showrunners, and as well as 2 parts of Julia Doyle, who plays Sophia. Those are up as well. So make sure you check them out. Make sure you like and subscribe. And make sure you join us tomorrow. I'll just reiterate, tomorrow at 11 Eastern, we're going to be having Jackbox games, including Quip, whatever that Quip thing is, from Inspired One, and maybe some from trivia. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right, sorry, back to our scheduled from discussion. I try to remember
unscheduled. It's kind of unscheduled.
Our unscheduled, our unscheduled from discussion. Let's see. Dieter said we saw spiders. Did Ethan say giant spiders? He's the kids who've been small spiders. I think it just came from the drawing, didn't it?
It came from his vision when he woke up from the season in episode 2 of season 1.
He said a spider was coming from the ceiling. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Considering how many people are afraid of spiders, I just don't believe the man in yellow is a spiders. Is a
exactly.
Spider. Is a spider. I can't read.
It could be a wall spiders, like Dracula turns into spiders or rats or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but I don't really see it. I feel like, I think Jamie's right. It might just be like the ultimate nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it might be guarding because they've had, there's a lot of nightmares in the drawings.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I don't know. Do you think we're going to see like all the things in the drawings? I've said before, I want to do like a special on the drawings. I want to go through and like, look at all of them and analyze it and see if I find anything.
100%.
I'd really like to do that.
Well, one of the things in the drawings, and we see it in one of the episodes, I don't know if it was 6 or 7, but when, maybe actually more 7, when Tabitha comes knocking on Victor's door with Ethan, and I think we see even earlier on when Harold Boyd is talking to Victor, there is a picture of a house on fire, and we also see in the opening credits.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, what house is on fire? And like what happened with that? Because there's obviously no house that's burnt. We don't see anything that's like charged to the ground.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the church. I thought the church was going to get burned down.
I'm not sure what's going to be burned out, but something's getting torched. I would like to know what that is, or if that, how that is going to happen.
You know what I was thinking as you said that, and I don't know, it just popped into my head.
What?
If every cycle's different, right?
Right.
What if one of the cycles, instead of the house collapsing, like the house somehow burnt down or something?
Oh.
That would be different. And I don't know. I just, for whatever reason, that I thought of it as we were talking.
Do you think every cycle then the houses get like rebuilt if they happen to fall or something happens to them when it gets like reset?
I mean, it must, right? If these things happen over and over again, I have to assume some of the stuff that gets fucked up gets fixed, but I don't know. We don't know. That's the thing, is we don't know what things cycle. Like I think a lot of things cycle, but we don't really know specifically. So it's hard to tell. Just like I think the only people though that are reincarnated are Jade and Tabitha. I know a lot of people talk about other people being reincarnated, but I mean, they haven't given, at least to me, like any evidence of that yet.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think other people are reincarnated? We haven't talked about that for a while.
I'm not really sure if other people are reincarnated. I think that in order for the reincarnation to like the way the reincarnation originally took place for them to create this and do this. I think they had to make sure that the way the town was at that moment stayed the same. So certain people had to be in the town a certain number, 47, and certain people had to play a certain role. And those, because it's a cause and effect. And if certain things have to happen in order for it to happen, then it needs to be ritualistic, which would be a cause and effect. You do this, then this happens. So I think that they needed to reenact and see if they didn't do something different and shift it. That would be the only way to save the kids. So that's why they keep repeating it, to try to do something different so they can save the kids. They weren't able to change it. You can't rewrite the story, but they can try to do something different and add it and change it that way.
Change it around, yeah. I think I'm the only person. I don't think the 47, I don't think it always has to be the same number. I think that they put it in because everybody kept saying it, like that it's a number that's in the show. And I think it was more just like an egg that they reused the number. Yeah, I don't think that there has to be a specific number of people because to me, it hasn't always been the same amount. Like we've lost people and added people, and it doesn't to me make sense in my head that it would have still been 47, but maybe.
No, but if you think about it, cause and effect, like there has to be 47 people, and those people all still can play a role in order to change everything. So that's why the men in yellow can come in at that point and step in, because now they're at that right number and they've come a certain for like hitting like checkpoints, and they've
So
gotten
there has to
acquired
be
so much knowledge.
47 people, not that it has to stay at 47.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, that makes more sense than it has to be exactly 47 because we lose people in games.
Yeah, there's never been an exact number. And even if there was 47 before, if they didn't know anything, there just happened to be 47 people like still running around like Donna was in the woods and hiding, like they haven't acquired the knowledge. Like who cares if there's 47 people? But with the talisman, they're learning certain things. They might not realize that they can do certain powers, but they're showing that they can do certain powers without realizing it. Like I think Boyd manifests things, for example. So certain things like that, like they're acquiring things, they're starting to communicate. So he's like, all right, they're at 47. The people that they need to change something, all those rules are still in play, and there's 47 people. If they get like there's certain things they can do. So I need to step in and see if I can cause some chaos because we need to get rid of some of these people before they get any closer.
Yeah. I see that to me makes more sense than people that keep saying it has to stay at 47 because I never understood that because we're never at the same. There's no way we could be at the same number, but I never got that. So, Molly says, taking the bottle tree down was a massive misstep. I also believe Jane Tabitha are the only reincarnation. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, I said it earlier. I agree. I think it was a very bad idea. I think about even just like what Donna said. You talk about like an enclosed space. They're screwing it up and breaking it open. We had talked about like they I guess couldn't do it beforehand, that it needed to be whenever they were in the chamber, but like shouldn't they have at least found a way to like cover it and had like another tarp or something or plastic like ready to cover the hole when they take it out? Maybe then it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know. I just think leaving a big hole in the freaking cave is a bad idea.
And that's not even a tarp. A tarp to me is like blue or black or gray, like a brown, right? I've never seen that's a clear plastic wrap. That's what that is right there. And that makes it so much worse because you can see them on the other side. So it just like pays attention. It's great for like the show.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just like more like it aesthetically for us.
Yeah, for the horror.
But I mean, like, why not take and cover? Like even Jade and Tabitha could have like covered the ceiling with a piece of plastic before they pulled the tree out from that side. And then at least like they could be ready to pull the plastic down, jump out, pull the plastic back or something. So I don't know. I just feel like there are other options they could have done. And it just seems very, very bad.
What I don't understand is if Jade and Tabitha had the Sankui moment and Jade knows that they poured their hope into this tree, why would you want to rip their hope out? Because that's what it symbolizes. And then Tabitha knows that she went through the tree and she was just trying to go through the tree again before like the boy in white was like, no, you can't go through that. She should know that it held some type of importance. Ripping it up probably isn't the way to go. And then them just not listening to Victor and what they did to him was just... I can't even, man. That was heart wrenching. That was probably one of the worst. It was one of the best scenes, but one of the worst scenes. Like it was.
Yeah, it was hard to watch for me too. I think that Boyd could have done it in a different way. And I think that
Exactly.
Tabitha, even if she agreed with Boyd they needed to do it, that she should have been like, Victor, it's okay, or let's talk to him or something.
Right.
It's very
Right.
uncool.
2 steps
Um,
forward and 10 steps back. Like I called it back on whatever stream I was on. I don't even remember which, but I was like, she is talking so much crap when she was at that peach truck. I'm like, she's lying. Those are alligator tears. Like she might be hopeful right now, but there's no way she's gonna follow through with really wanting to make sure she saves Victor.
yeah.
There's no way. And like you can just see it here. Like she didn't even like step in, she didn't say anything. She doesn't even try to comfort him, explain anything to him. It's just weird. It's just I don't know.
It is. And I don't know if that's just a writing thing. Like it was not written well. Because like even I feel like I would have done something to Victor, and I don't even know Victor, but I wouldn't have like let them pull him away screaming like that. That's awful.
Well, she brushes it off so quickly and she's like, so it needs to be me. And it almost like as great as that is, it almost looks selfish when you look at the context of her brushing off Victor, who she just promised, I'm going to save you too. And talking about being Miranda. It just like I get past the fact that we watched it for the first time. We're excited that Miranda's finally on board and she's going to do this, and this looks like the way we were talking about it. Yes, but when you look at her as a character, the fact that she, in the context of the whole thing, the fact that she just brushes off what goes on Victor, she's like, wait, stop, and she hears Boyd, and she's like, okay, by the way, blah blah blah. Like she doesn't like she doesn't really give a shit about him.
I mean, I think in her mind,
She's a
she
shitty
feels
parent.
she's saving him too. No, she
Let me just
isn't,
talk
and I
about it in the
agree. But
context. She's a
I mean,
shitty
it's
mom.
kind of like the same thing of her leaving Ethan and Julie. She's like, "This is for them." I think in her mind, she's
Selfish.
doing this for them. But yeah, I don't. We had this discussion, and they disagreed with me. Karen and AJ disagreed with me. I think there's something to be said for Tabitha just to stay with her kids and survive with her kids. Like, why can't you live out your life there? I'm not saying that that's the right choice for everybody, but I mean, I don't know. I look at it and I think, okay, so you sacrifice yourself because you think you can get them home, and that's the only thing that's important to you. But if you die, they're alone. They would have been better off you just staying with them. That's what I think. But they definitely did not agree with me when I said
it seems like the Donna way of doing things.
yeah.
I don't know. Living your life the best you can there.
Yeah.
Making a life, making a home for everyone there.
But I also got to say, though, going off of what you were saying, Tabitha went through that tree. That's potentially a way home when it's working. Why would you take that away if you know that? That's another reason I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why she's so quick to go along with it. And like I know Jade's trying to impede Boyd, which is why he does that and makes that plan, and he thinks it's the right thing. But when you think back, like he's not really thinking back. I'm like, your whole and Kui moment, like you said it, you're like, we sung them lullabies. They poured their hope into the tree. Like you said it. You do not remember what you said? Do we need to replay episode 10 for you? Like, I mean, I know it was like 2.5 years ago, but at this point, like how did you forget that and not make that connection that that's hope, and no one else is saying anything? So I definitely don't think it's the right move. And then we have the whole fact that Victor's mentioned 1,000 times, and we've seen him measure steps that the trees have moved. How do we even know it's still there? Like over the spot that he needed to be over.
Yeah.
And when we got to the cave, don't you think the first thing you should have done besides just looking, they should have been like, okay, let's see if we can see like something. We didn't get anything of the ceiling at all.
Yeah,
which I thought was like which I thought that was like, I'm like, that's a giveaway that it's not going to be there.
No, I don't think they've ever showed them look at the ceiling except in like the flashback when he's looking up. I'm
exactly.
not.
So,
and that's why I was like, either a great surprise or a complete haha, got you. That's why we didn't show it to you.
Yeah. Can I point out they've only really been there a month and it hasn't been 2 years, so Jade should know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I meant like I was meaning in the context of replaying the actual show for
yeah, we've seen the show and haven't seen it.
Well, it's sitting Jade down with tapes of the show and putting it on the VCR.
But yeah, that makes it even worse because that was what, 2 days ago for Jade. Shit.
We want him to figure everything out. And poor Jade, now I know. Hi, Benjamin. Welcome. I like Anything for freedom says, I think the movie budget only supports 47 actors. Well, it is Canada, to be fair. I know, because we used to say that about Vancouver. There's only 42 actors in Vancouver, or whatever that is. I know this ain't Vancouver, but let's see. May says it'll be okay. They're ripping it out by the roots. They could just put it back after.
Oh my God,
I
transplant it.
still think they should have tried. I don't know if they could have dug under it, though. I mean, we keep saying that, but like, if you don't dig in the exact right place, like it's a cave, it's rock. You can't dig through rock. So
that's why they needed the golem, so the golem could just pull the tree out and then just slam that sucker back in.
Yeah, could have seen that. That would have been kind of cool. Yes, the tree is the only way anyone's made it out.
Right.
I'm
Why
moving
would
it.
you? I can't.
I don't know. I think there was 40. Wasn't there 42 though, Susie? Of in Lost, I'm assuming it was 42, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's see. Dieter agrees with you about the hope of the kids. Even Camden seems tricked to make sure Henry eventually wants to kill Victor. Wish it was Tabitha. Crafty Capricorn, hello, says what that was hard to watch. I think it was very, very hard to watch. I had a hard time watching it.
Same.
Let's see. And then she's talking about Fringe. If the bones will protect them, then why yank the tree? I'm assuming that yank. Why yank the tree?
Exactly, Molly. Which I don't believe. I've been saying that. I'm like, I don't believe Jade. I don't believe Jade in that. I think he thinks the only reason why he can make that assumption is because when he got put in the tomb and they closed it and the bones are around him, he survived because he woke up. But that's really what it is. That's one. And two, he thinks what his young Jade showed him and he figured out when he saw all of his previous cycled selves was that, oh, that's the only way I've ever died. And I think that's a really big assumption.
Yeah, because I for a while kind of thought like Jade can't get killed by the monsters. I don't know that that's accurate, but it's kind of implying that, though, isn't it? Because it's always been townspeople that have killed him. So does that mean the monsters never kill him and they therefore can't kill him, like plot armor wise?
Well, I think like I was mentioning before about like checkpoints when they get to a certain place, like then it might be fair game. Like they might not be able to touch them, just like the man in yellow told Tabitha. She's like, "Are you gonna kill me?" He's like, "Oh heavens no, I wouldn't dream of killing you, not yet." That implies that he would, and I think we also saw Smiley kill Miranda. So can Miranda and Christopher be killed by monsters? Probably, but not until a certain point. Not until they acquire a certain amount of knowledge. And at that point, she was making a run for the tree. And Smiley was like, nope, can't let you through there because now you know too much, whatever she knew. Remember, I know Tabitha, which pissed me off. She was like, I know everything that Miranda knows. No, you don't. You barely remember probably half the pictures that she painted and actually saw it in her mind. Like, you haven't seen, like, I definitely don't think that Tabitha knows everything the way she made it seem. Like, there's been this accumulation of memories passed through all the cycles and they have flooded into her mind. Because if that's the case, they've definitely not shown us that. And I definitely don't think that Miranda has all that knowledge. I don't.
Oh, no, I think she's definitely missing a lot.
A lot.
But to go back to this question, yanking the tree, the point is just to get them out of there quick, right? Like to get them back out of the chamber.
Right. And I think that's I think that's why I say I think it's really stupid that Jade's appeasing Boyd for that, considering he's the one that said that that's what they poured their hope into and that's how the tree was made. And that was a symbol that it was driving him crazy. Like it's important. Did you just forget all of that? Like that. And Scarlet's right. It was what, a month? They've only been there for like a month. Mm-hmm. So I know for us it's been years, and we can remember that. It's only been like a week for him. How do you not remember that? Why are you just giving that in when that seems like that can be the anchor and what's important holding this place together? You might not make it out, but at least you'll be able to survive. You have a way to survive. Right now, you might, about to have this whole place like implode on itself.
I feel like Jade does things without thinking them through a lot of times. But I realize now what she meant though. If the bones will protect them, meaning why do they need to go rush through the roof if they have the bones to protect them? Why can't they just walk back? I get now what you mean, Molly. Sorry, it wasn't hitting me what you meant.
Right. Which is why I think Jade is bullshit. He's lying, just like Tabitha's lying. They think they know more than what they know. I don't think they've acquired that yet. And that's why Sophia's like, all right, they're still going to fuck it up because they don't know enough yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's a good point. If it protects them from the chamber, like there's no reason they couldn't just walk back through.
Right.
Um, Crafty Capricorn said, "Young Jade said these are some of your past lives." He did, but
Right.
I thought he said something like he was never killed by the monster, or it was always a townsperson. But that might have been Jade's assumption. It might have been Jade that said that. I'm not even
Exactly. And
100%
that's
sure.
exactly what I'm getting. I'm like, that's a really bold assumption.
I like that Fletcher says those bones are pretty big. Maybe they're all Jade. That would be funny. I don't
Yeah,
think that's the case, but that would be
Felicia was saying that on Nerdy AF. She was like, they were saying that. They were like, not that we know what, adult bones look, but they were like, those bones look big. What if those
they
are
do
all
look
Jade's
like
bones?
The
adults. I
shades
must
all the way down.
Yeah, what
Jade's
was
all
that? What if that was actually like, think about it, if they always lock him and put him in the tomb and he died there, like
yeah.
Over
multiple
and over
versions
again.
of him died there,
Or maybe just
besides the
like
ones
them
that he
down there
crossed.
now, like what they're doing now. Maybe that leads to their bones eventually.
Because I think there was like I thought there were like 7 skulls, but as I zoomed in, I'm like, that's not really a skull. Like clear, definite
I
skulls.
don't know.
I think there's only 4. So if you do 4 and then the 5 that we see, that would be the 9 cycles.
Interesting. I just saw a pile, but I didn't look that. I know that it didn't look like an adult or a kid's skull. The one didn't, but that was the only thing I really
That'd be
noticed.
a really great twist.
It
So
would
yeah,
be.
I think
Now,
Felicia's onto something.
what about that body in the root cellar, though? I still think that that was probably Jade because that makes more sense now, right? That one when Elgin moved the body, like back when he
Jade or
kidnapped Fatima.
Christopher?
Huh?
Yeah.
Jade or Christopher?
Yeah.
Jade. Well, a version of Jade, not Jade. I
Okay.
mean, one of his. I should say.
Inversion.
What? Yes, one of his past lives. I assume that was really him, supposed to be, but we never really find out. Let's
I
see.
like Fletcher's here in the theory. One of Fletcher's theories is that it could be Martin's body and Martin story walked and maybe Martin had seizures and that's where his body wound up. And that's, Martin, because Martin we see like, trapped in the dungeon kind of in that story walking time. And obviously he's been there for a while. So what if he got caught there, but that's his body? I really like that theory that Fletcher's had. He's had that theory for a while.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope that's one of the questions they better answer is about Martin.
Yeah,
Like, we need to know more with Martin. And
for
I
sure.
also want it makes me wonder if Martin though could have been the man in yellow maybe though. I don't know because just the whole blood is my like it brings
Mhm.
that up to me. The blood is my blood. It makes
And
me
even
think
what Sarah says, right? It's laughing at you because you let it free.
Mhm.
yeah, like maybe
Brought it
maybe
to
let
town.
him free back then.
They brought it
So
to town.
yeah, I
Very
bought it to town. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's definitely possible. I know that theory is floating out there. I like it. It's
yeah.
anything's possible with the show.
Well, yeah. The only thing is now people were like, I was just thinking about it as I said that. Like I put up that interview with the producers, and I know Tony brought it up, like, are getting kind of upset because they feel like they are making things up like on the fly, and that they don't have answers. But just the thing is like I feel like that's how all TV shows are made, and people don't realize that. Like they have a certain blueprint from like the
Mhm.
beginning and the end, and maybe like certain key points they're going to hit in between, but
Mhm.
they always add things. Like they never have a full show written. There's always things that they come up with as they go, as things are shaped. And I don't think some people realize that. Like that's not abnormal. And yeah, I don't know. But I did want to say, as for Clara being the mole, do you guys think there's another mole? I don't think there is, but I had been saying from the very beginning, I didn't think there was any mole because I didn't think there need to be because we had Sophia. Like, what was the point?
Well, and
But
plus the monsters seem to know everybody's names, and there's some kind of network going on. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not 100% that I don't know if Clara's full mole.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Clara was a mole. I think
I
she
think
almost
Clara's
didn't
a
really
mole
realize
now,
what she didn't.
essentially.
She's a spy now for sure, and now a mole.
Yeah.
But she didn't.
Yeah.
She wasn't really a mole because she thought it was like a dream. She didn't even believe it was real, and she hadn't been like called upon for that favor, quote
Yeah,
unquote.
yeah.
So I think she's a mole now. I think she was just like,
That's activated.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
activated.
I don't think she's done anything till now. So I will agree with that. But I don't think there are any like I think that she's a mole now because she needs somebody to help. I don't think there's other people doing just because to me it's like too much. We don't need somebody else being guilty like that. I don't know. Just to me, it doesn't make sense story wise for there to be somebody else. But
So now I have a question for you. Do you think the situation with Clara, since things have been repeated in certain in cycles, do you think that happened earlier in this cycle where a deal was made with a different character that may or may not be alive? I'm just saying, and they did the same thing to Abby, and Abby's kind of like Henry and having these hallucinations, and that's why she started shooting and killing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think. Well, but the thing is, Abby was the same cycle though, so I don't. The thing with Abby repeating into Henry, I still, to me, like, I think that's what's happening, but I don't think that's like a cycle thing because that was
Okay,
this cycle. But
you're right. That is the same cycle.
but as for Clara, yeah, I said this. I don't know if it was Sunday or Monday. I said it, whichever, or Saturday or Sunday. I mean, whatever day. I don't. I'm mixing up my days. Sorry, I'm like, wait,
That's fine.
I don't think that I want to see a flashback of her making that deal because I do not
Right.
think it looked like Sophia. I don't know whether she talked to the man in yellow. I don't know whether she talked to a completely different person or whether she talked to something that didn't even look human.
Do you think she talked to a different character? Do you think the man in yellow had shapeshifted into something else before? Another from person that we have seen before?
I don't
in a
think
different
somebody
season?
we've seen. I think it could have been like somebody that we don't know about. Like I still don't think there's somebody like another mole hidden or another, secret thing. But I'm just saying, like, we don't know whether it was a person or not. Like, it could have been, for all we know, somebody that was there that died and is gone.
That's what I think.
That body.
That's what
Yeah.
I think it was Nikki.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
The
Wow.
one that Acosta
Yeah, no,
accidentally
I know
shot
who-
because it was unexpected and because Fatima put her fingers in and drank the blood and it might, her pregnancy was so quick. So just like, the veins are starting to accelerate now that she drank from that, airplane thermos with the red top. Maybe now that, when she took the blood from Nikki, it accelerated the pregnancy.
So you
I hope we get, can I say something?
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I hope that we get a backstory for Clara. I hope that she gets a lot more time, the actress that plays her, because she's pretty cool. And I just want to know. I want to know how long she's been there. I know nothing about her. I don't know how long she's been there. I don't know if she came in with anybody.
Right.
I don't know who was there in the town because it seems like on one level, 1978 there was a massacre, but it seems like some people filtered in the 80s because there's like 80s stuff around.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's that story? But she came in after Donna, maybe. Donna's been there for like 3 years, maybe before. We didn't see her technically when Boyd came in, but she could still be there.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think everybody was down in that hole. I think they were in different holes or whatever.
Exactly. I agree.
But I don't know. I kind of feel like the man in yellow was the man in yellow before he was Sophia. So I don't know that it was somebody else in the town. I just was more kind of questioning, like, whenever Clara made this deal, did they even look human? Like, it could have came to her as something else, something that scared her, or something that was the opposite. Maybe it was something that, I mean, who knows? Maybe I think of like Kimono Woman when Elgin said it was like an angel. I mean, if you're making a deal with something, I feel like Clara seems like she's a good person right now. I'm just saying, Clara seems like she was a good person. Now I don't know, but she seems like she was a good person.
I feel like it might be the dog or a goat.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just thinking, like, to me, it makes more sense that you would be tempted to make a deal with something that looked like it was trying to help you, But
right.
Yeah, I don't know. We won't know probably for a long time, but hopefully we'll find something.
Do you think anybody else has made a deal with the entity without that we just don't know about yet?
I don't think so, but I know some people do. Why? What do you think?
I don't know. Lori and I were talking yesterday about Donna's sister possibly of making a deal and becoming one of the monsters. The way Randall was kind of acting a little bit like the cowboy monster, and the fact that he was returned by the monsters. Maybe he got returned and put on the ambulance, because he made a deal, a bargain. So just questioning possibility.
That actually kind of makes sense with Randall. I had not thought of that. That makes sense to me. Like, maybe they were like, we won't torture you if you help us or whatever.
Right.
That makes sense.
Mm.
I just, like I said before, I just think sometimes like you don't want,
Too
like I
much.
think about the show The Following. I don't know if you guys have seen this show. It was a Kevin
Mhm.
Bacon show. All we
I did.
talked about that show. All we did was complain and complain because it's like you turn around and every time somebody's bad, like they're in on it, they're in on it, they're in on
Like
it.
double cross, crisscross,
Yeah.
double
It
cross.
was like so often it got to the point that it was stupid and it was just so like I don't want there to be like all these moles. I don't think you need to add that to the story. It makes it too complicated, but I don't know. Who knows? The whole town abandoned Randall, so that would make sense. If anybody, that to me kind of makes some
Yeah.
sense.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's Donna. Nobody will ever convince me
No,
Donna's
no, not Donna. Donna's sister.
That's interesting.
And then that's why she's the
No.
the monster, whatever
The swing boat monster
I
tease
don't
Beth
think that's
Rogers.
the same
Monster.
actress. I don't think that's the same actress.
It isn't the same actress, but people hope it is. The people
Yes.
hope it's Beth Rogers.
Yeah. Look, I mean, Liz saying she couldn't remember who played her. I don't think that is relevant because all it was a photo. They probably
Right.
had them stand and take a photo, and that was like the extent she met her, or it was Photoshop.
But I want to know her sister's name because she said the sister had a name.
Yeah, but I think she said she didn't remember what it was, didn't she?
She didn't remember what it was. That made it more.
Yeah, how do you not remember your sister's name? Well, then again, Victor forgot Eloise. Maybe does something with your memory.
No. I mean, I don't think Liz remembered her
Oh,
name.
Liz Saunders. Okay.
They had one. Like the showrunners had one, a name for her sister, but they forgot it. And
wow.
Which I could understand if they said it like years ago to her, she would have.
Yeah, like if they first took the photo, like
here's,
your sister's name, like Darlene, and then
something like that.
Or
they took the photo.
Yeah.
What?
I said, or Eloise.
Or Beth Rogers.
You guys are funny. As Sarah said when she met Elgin, she felt sorry for him because he was exactly the type of person the place uses. You're in him saying the actress is so lovely was funny. Wait, saying who was so okay, now I'm confused.
Elgin, the actor, I guess? No. Oh, your act with the actress. Oh, it was lovely. Maybe Julia?
Interview them saying the actress is so yeah, maybe they
Liz, because we were talking about Liz Saunders. You've done so many interviews, Jamie.
I don't know. My head hurts. I can't.
You've done so many interviews.
Can you
late at night,
elaborate in the chat?
What you mean? Yeah, elaborate, please. And by the way, guys, I did mention before I do have the interview with Pega coming up on Monday, but I also have another interview coming up with 2 more of the cast that I'll let you guys know on Monday, and so that will be coming soon.
Yay! So proud of you.
Oh, the Clara. Okay, he meant when they said Clara was lovely, perfect for being used by the place. Yes, although I think they meant the actress, not the character. So I don't know if that necessarily matters, but yeah.
I think her name is Katrina. Katrina something.
Yeah, her cat. Katrina or Katerina, something like that. It's
Katerina, maybe something like that.
Just Greek.
Better Randall.
Oh, that is Katerina.
I like Randall. I really do. So hold on. I know I like him used to, but I like him now. I like him. I like him.
He was a pain in the ass when he first got there.
Boo! I still like him.
Her name is Katerina Bakoulias.
Yeah, it's Greek.
Okay, but that was
I still haven't watched the show Good Grief yet. The one she won an award for. It's online. Good Grief.
I haven't heard of it.
No, you see, it's not Harold. Unfortunately, it's not Harold. But you guys will see. It'll be Monday. Oh, sorry, my neck's starting to hurt.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed soon.
It's almost 2 a.m.
Are you done with the school year yet, Jen?
Tomorrow's my last day.
All right.
At least you're getting done. At least, right?
Oh yes, all my grades are done. Everything's done. We just have to show up there, turn in our keys, get everything checked off, and blah 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 blah. And we'll be out. Hopefully, I'll be home by like 11:30, 12. Because it just like it's your birthday. It's my daughter's birthday. She's 9. So yeah.
Yes, tell
Happy
her
birthday. I will.
Yeah,
she knows it's your birthday. She knows all about the birthday bash. She's like so excited. She's like, I'm gonna stay up. I'm like, no, you're not.
You're
She
like,
gotta play games with us. She should play games with us.
I'll
is
maybe I'll let her come down here. She's jumped in to like watch us like record and stuff for Nerdy AF. She loves it. She thinks it's so cool that I'm on.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I forgot to mention it earlier. Because I was going to tell Lori too. I didn't tell her yet. You guys should come play the games with us too. You can come on, because you can play up to 8 people in the room if you guys want to
I'll
join.
definitely join in. Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
If
Yeah,
that's
I have
okay,
to
yeah.
ask. I didn't ask Lori. I forgot to ask, but this has been a long day. Well, you know what I was dealing with earlier.
I know. No worries. We love you. It's your birthday. No stress. No worries.
Yeah, I get to have one nice relaxing day. I had to skip an interview today. I gave it to somebody else. I couldn't, and not for From. I would have done it if it was From, but no, I ended up missing an interview because I won't be back in time. But it happens. What was I going to say? Yes, I've grown to like Randall. But yeah, we're going to make sure. I'm going to hopefully get some of you maybe to give me some ideas for the questions. I keep forgetting what it's called. Hold on. I cannot for the life of me remember the name. I keep forgetting it. Quiplash. We had tried and messed around playing. You can make up your own questions for it. So I'm gonna make a From round. It'll make it nice and fun. And Jason, you're welcome to come too if you want. You can all come. We can have up to 8 people. So I think we can do it. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, but yes, we're gonna play all those games, getting them figured. I mean, I already got them figured out now. And if you guys like it, we'll do some more game nights. Hopefully we can get some more games. Right now we just have a few, but
we only have one more episode of From. I know there's other shows, but we're gonna need something to fill our time, right?
We'll definitely need something to do. But yeah, so that's it. So make sure you guys, I guess, come back. And I was going to say, if you guys hang around after, I can show you how to make sure you know how to do it real quick before we go. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have guys anything else to add? I think I'm getting pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm pretty done. I would love to keep talking, but I'm exhausted and I still have to get up one more day for 5:30. One more day. One more day.
At least you're not too late, hopefully. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming. If you came from Tony's show, thank you for crossing over and joining us. And we hope you come back and we'll see you again. And yeah, make sure you join our Discord if you're not a member, so you can get our schedule and everything and see when we play more games and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, like and subscribe and all that good stuff.
Yes. And make sure you check out Jen's various shows too that you have on Real Cinema Therapy and Nerdy as Fuck. So, or well, as F, I guess. I still say
Nerdy AF.
Nerdy as F, yeah. So make sure you guys check out those channels too. But yeah, please come back tomorrow, 11 Eastern, and we'll play some games. It'll be a lot of fun. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños.
To you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, baby.